The Call of the Wild is a book written by American author Jack London and published in 1903. It tells the story of a dog named Buck and his unusual journey from a domestic animal to, well, something else. There's a common expectation when reading a story. The protagonist will grow, evolve, and ultimately return, wiser, stronger, but still recognizable. However, The Call of the Wild denies this expectation completely. What we witness is not evolution in the civilizing sense, but something far more unsettling, a kind of regression, not a fall or a decline, but a return to nature. At the beginning of the story, Buck is a domestic dog living in a comfortable home in California. He is surrounded by order and protected by the artificial stability of human life. He is a product of civilization. His instincts exist, but they are buried beneath habit, routine, and trust. Then, this structure is abruptly removed when Buck is stolen and sold. From that moment on, the novel unfolds as a systematic stripping away of everything that once defined him. After being taken, Buck is thrown into the harsh world of Klondike Gold Rush. There, he is forced into labor as a sled dog, quickly learning that survival depends on strength, instinct, and adaptation. Under different masters, he experiences both discipline and brutality, gradually shedding the habits of domestication. He rises within the pack, not through obedience, but through dominance and awareness. Eventually, Buck comes under the care of John Thornton, the first human he truly bonds with since being stolen. Unlike the others, Thornton does not break Buck, he understands him. For a time, Buck exists between two worlds, the loyalty he feels toward Thornton and the growing pull of nature. When that final human connection is lost, there is nothing left to hold the dog back. What follows is not a decision, but a return. Buck fully surrenders to the call that had been growing within him all along. At the end, we understand that the book unfolds in a very precise way. Each chapter removes a layer of civilization from Buck's life. Comfort, security, morality, dependence, all gone, one by one. And as these layers disappear, something older begins to surface. This transformation is not only internal, it is mirrored by the world around him. The settings themselves evolve, or rather, regress. From the ordered space of a Californian state, the narrative moves into increasingly hostile and primitive environments. Camps become temporary, trails disappear, human presence weakens. By the time Buck reaches John Thornton, we are no longer in civilization, but at its edge. Thornton is not a builder of society. He does not impose order on the land, he lives within it. He represents the final bridge between Buck and the human world, not through domination, but through recognition. And this is precisely why his presence is so important. As long as Thornton exists, Buck remains divided. There is still a bond, a connection, a reason to hesitate. When that bond is broken, the transformation becomes irreversible. Buck does not choose the wild, he yields to it. He went from a domestic animal to a working animal, and then to an independent hunter. But he does not stop there. He goes further, beyond the category of a dog, and even beyond the category of an animal. He becomes something symbolic, a presence, a myth. In the final stages of the narrative, Buck is no longer an individual in the conventional sense. He is remembered, feared, and spoken of. He exists outside of human morality and outside of time. And this is where the novel reveals its most disturbing truth. At no point do we reject him. This is the key to understanding the novel. The tragedy would not be Buck becoming what he becomes. The tragedy would be preventing him from becoming it. By the end, the possibility of return, which once seemed natural, has vanished completely, and even if Buck could go back to his former home in California, there would be nothing for him there. The road he came from has not changed, but he has. The garden would feel like a cage, the rules would feel absurd, and the comfort would feel artificial. In other words, he no longer belongs to civilization. More importantly, civilization no longer belongs to him. Unlike many other stories, especially those with animal protagonists, The Call of the Wild offers no reconciliation and no easy ending. There is no synthesis between instinct and order, between nature and society. There is only rupture. And from that rupture, something emerges, something that cannot be judged, only recognized. Buck does not become better, he becomes true. And perhaps this is why the novel remains so powerful. Because beneath its surface, it suggests something deeply uncomfortable. That to truly find oneself may not mean becoming more refined, more controlled, or more civilized, but answering the call of the wild.